Welcome to tutorial number 3 in the SpeechToText Pro series. Here the discussion is going to encompass commands and shortcuts. Let's begin with commands first, which I may refer to on occasion as voice commands. The purpose of commands or voice commands in SpeechToText Pro is to allow you to have full control over the content that you generate. You need to be able to somehow interact with the generated text and make modifications to it, either because a word was misinterpreted or because you want to make some other change to make your text look better or more complete. In a more traditional editor, the intervention can be done with a mouse and keyboard, but because SpeechToText Pro is supposed to be a hands-free app, that's why there are over 60 voice commands that allow you to control the presentation of the content that you generate. If you use this side scroll bar, this one, you will see that the commands are organized under category titles and are grouped based on how similar they are. For example, there is a group on selection, history, capitalization, and closing text, separators, miscellaneous, deletion, and note tasks. If you switch to the book view, there are additional commands. There is a book-related category, which includes all the commands for adding, inserting, and deleting components to a book or document. There is a category on book navigation for traveling up and down the document structure and also up and down the text fields in the detailed view. And there's also a category for richly formatting the text. Make it look bold, italic, underlined, implement strike-through, subscript, and superscript. Let's go back to the note view. If you want to learn how a voice command works, a couple of options are given to you. You can click the question mark button and a pop-up is going to display with a brief description on what the command means and what it does. But a better learning tool is activated when you click the play button, because this starts a real-life demo of the command.
Delete everything. It is possible to win the lottery. Select last word. Delete. Select last word.
A significant difference in the command's interface between the old version of SpeechToText Pro and the current version, besides this entire interface being more fluid and responsive, is that the names of the commands can be edited in this version. So, for example, if you wanted to change the name of this command, you could simply type a new name. And first, let's see how this command works and what it does. Necessity is the mother of undo. Necessity is the mother of invention, period. Select mother, select invention, select necessity, unselect. Now suppose you wanted to call this command with a different word, such as choose instead of select. You can simply replace select with the new word. As soon as you type the new name, what happens is that it is added as a keyword, because this new flyout displays the keywords that are associated with the voice command. There's always a keyword that's identical to the name of the voice command. So select from has the select from keyword. select last word has the select last word keyword, and so on. And the select voice command had the select keyword, only now we changed the name, and the new name has also been added as a keyword, so now there's 2 keywords. What this means is that you can call this voice command, you can invoke it using either of these keywords, and let's test it. Choose mother, choose invention, choose necessity. But I recommend changing the name of a voice command when using SpeechToText Pro in a different language. Because you can always associate a voice command with keywords through this interface. For example, say that instead of select or choose, you wanted to call this command with please select or do me a favor and select. You can just add them here, and you can also delete them, by the way, by clicking this button. Okay, let's test these keywords. Do me a favor and select invention. Please select necessity. Choose mother. Select is the mother of invention, period. Unselect. Another great application of the keywords that you can assign to a voice command is accuracy. For example, consider the voice command acronymize, which you can search through the search box. Simply begin typing the name of the command if you know it, and only the entries that start with the letters typed are going to show. So acronymize turns a segment of text, which can be a word or a phrase, into an acronym. And acronymize is an unusual word. So let me illustrate how this relates to accuracy. Do you know what HTML is? Question mark. Acronymize HTML. Because acronymize is an unusual word, but acronym is not an unusual word, it's a well-known word, the speech recognizer assumed that acronymize is actually 2 words. In this case, a wise thing to do is search acronymize and add this miss as a keyword. So acronym, and eyes. Now this new keyword phrase is associated with the voice command acronymize, so that the next time the speech recognizer interprets this keyword, it should execute the command. And let's test it. Undo. Acronymize HTML. Acronymize SMTP. Acronymize IMAP. Okay? We spent a lot of time explaining commands, and it should be clear by now that commands are used to perform specific actions on segments of text. Shortcuts, on the other hand, are used to represent a segment of text. This is because some segments of text are either too difficult to pronounce onto the screen or plain impossible. For example, it's impossible to speak a smiley onto your editor because a smiley is not a word and it's not a part of the vocabulary. The workaround to this is to create a shortcut. Let me go ahead and copy a smiley and define a shortcut for it. To do this, I'm going to click Shortcuts, Add Shortcut, and under Difficult Text, I'm going to paste the smiley, and under shortcut, I'm going to give it a word or phrase that I believe well represented. In this case, happy smiley, and click Save Shortcut. And because shortcuts are like commands, in the sense that you can assign keywords to them, I'm also going to assign to it my favorite smiley and click Save Keywords. So let's see how this works. Today it was 35 degrees Celsius, exclamation mark. Happy smiley, comma, my favorite smiley. A shortcut can be defined for just about any segment of text. Let's create a shortcut for a long name. It's supposed to be the longest name according to Wikipedia. And let's click Shortcuts once again and add shortcut. So I'm going to paste the long name under difficult text and also give it the keyword I would like to call it by. Let's say my uncle's name. Click Save Shortcut. And also let's give it the name of my uncle. Delete everything. I have an uncle whose name is my uncle's name, period. Once again, comma, his name is the name of my uncle, period. Select once, previous one, line break. Going back to shortcuts and clicking Add Shortcut, the reason why the difficult text field has a long vertical dimension is because it supports multi-line. So you could paste, for example, an email signature, and let's create a shortcut for one. Let's call it my signature. And also my email signature. And let's test this one. My signature. My email signature. Okay. Thank you for patiently watching this tutorial, and see you in the next one.